Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Normani. Normani released her album last Friday called Dopamine, and it's a really good, solid, cohesive album. It has 13. It has 13 tracks on the album, and like I said, it's very solid, and the album is cohesive. Like I said, each song leads into the next song, and the next song leads into the other song, and the album does reflect the title as the title definition is, where you go from a high to a low, and that's exactly what this album is, and I really do like it. Like I said, it was 13 songs on the track. I'm gonna see if I can put it in the video later. But the first song is Big Boy. The second song is Still. The third song is All Yours. The fourth song is Lights On. The fifth song is Take My Time. The sixth song is Insomnia. The seventh song is Candy Paint. The eighth song is Grip. And the ninth song is Distance. The 10th song is Tantrums. The 11th, no, no, yeah, the 11th song is Tantrums. The 12th song is Little Secrets, and the 13th song is Wild Side. And I've already heard Wild Side and 159 and Candy Paint. I've already did a separate video on those songs and stuff. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts on what I think Big Boy is. I wrote some notes down, and I said Big Boy is a upbeat trap rap type of song. She's paying homage to old school rappers from down south, especially Houston. You can tell from the lyrics. You can tell from the lyrics of the song when she said, Louisiana born but Houston raised, cornbread fed. And I said, oh yeah, we sure need a lot of cornbread down here in Houston. And so at first I didn't get. At first I was so busy listening at the beat of the song instead of the lyrics. But it's like after I heard it a second and third time, I said, oh, some people are right. She is paying homage to down south rappers and stuff, because she mentioned a couple of rappers' names in Big Boy and also in Still. She mentioned Slim Thug. I know about Slim Thug because back in the 90s he was dating Latoya Luckett from Destiny's Child. I knew about Slim Thug, and I knew about the other guy. She said Pimp C. I heard of Pimp C down here, but I thought she was gonna mention the Ghetto Boys because that was the one I really know about. But then when I heard when she mentioned about Pimp C, and then she mentioned about Slim Thug, I said, oh yeah, those were Texas rappers. They were kind of big. And she mentioned somebody else beside Pimp C, and then she started mentioning Nas and some more rappers. But she started off with the Southern rappers, and that was good. And like I said, that was Big Boy. Still is the same type of song on the same type of vibe, but in Still she's more confident. She's letting everybody know that she's still here, she's still around, even though she's going through stuff. She's still that girl. She still has a talent. She still can sing. She still can dance. So I really did. At first, I didn't like Still too much, but I wrote it on Twitter, and the writer was telling me. He said, "Well, I wrote Still and 159." He said, "When you exit out of here," he said, "go back and listen to that Still a second time." And it was like after he told me that, I went to listen to that Still a second time, and now I like Still more than what I did the first listen. Cause like I said, I guess because it was late at night and I was kind of sleepy, cause they put their records out at 12 o'clock at night. Would sometimes be 11 o'clock in Texas, and I'd be going to sleep and stuff. And so maybe that's why I didn't get to listen to it. But like I say, after a second or third listen, I kind of warmed up to Steel a little bit more. Okay, the third song I said, All Yours, is a mid-tempo, slow ballad with a rock sound to it. With a rock sound to it. I really like the song, and I really like her vocal abilities. Like when she's not singing lead vocals, she's doing the background ad libs, rips and runs, and then she'll come in, all yours, all yours, and then she'll come back out, and then she'll let the music play. And then I kind of like that she did let the music play and let the music be a third bridge in the song, and then she came back in the song, and then she just sung the song on out with the instruments and the music. So she's been doing a lot of that vocal layering. She did it on 159. She did a little bit on Candy Paper, more of the slower songs, more of the ballads. She's doing more, showing more of her vocal ability, and I like that about Normani, and I'm glad she's doing that. And even a lot of people were saying the vocal layering on this album was so good, and her vocal was so good, and they were also talking about the production of the album and certain songs that were produced and stuff like this. So I was, like I said, I really did like All Yours. The next song, The Lights Out, that's another kind of mid-tempo, the slow ballad, and it's very pretty, and it's like a pretty like love song, love ballad and stuff. And like a lot of people were saying, she was getting into her sexual, sensual bag. I said, well, a lot of them do it, but she just make it look more classy. And like I said, Lights On is similar to that song. It still has the thing. It still has the vocal ability, and I think that one has a little guitar at the end too, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, the next song after that, after Lights On, was Take My Time. I said that's an up-tempo dance type of vibe to the song, and I really do like it, like Take My Time. Now some people, now she did say this album was going to be dark, but I mean, to me, I really don't see no darkness, but maybe it's just me, but I did like Take My Time. That was 5. And 6 was, yeah, 6 was Insomnia, and I said her vocal ability on Insomnia was so good and so pretty. And some people say they couldn't hear Brandy to the end, but I heard Brandy all in the background, but because Brandy's tone is light, but it's a little bit deeper than Normani, so you could kind of tell. If you're a Brandy fan, you know right off when Brandy was coming in and when Normani was going out. So I knew exactly when Brandy came in. She came in around the middle, sung her little ab libs, ooh and run. She was singing behind Normani. And I wish you wouldn't come. And he said, I wish you wouldn't come. And then she'd go up. And so vocally, Brandy and Normani's voice matched so well together and stuff like that. And I was glad that she put Brandy on Insomnia. Now, some people saw Insomnia and they said they liked it. And now I did hear it on YouTube as an unreleased song. Some of those unreleased songs that I was saying should have been on the album. But a lot of people say they liked the original. But when I first heard the original on YouTube, I really didn't like Insomnia. So I'm glad she added Brandy, because Brandy brought a different sound, a different tone to that song. It was still going to be pretty, but I think without Brandy, it would have just been just a regular old ballad. But I think Brandy added something to that song that was missing in the original one, because I did hear the original one on YouTube. But anyway, like I said, Brandy is the best. Brandy was, out of all the collaborations she had, Brandy was the best. No offense to James Blake or Cardi B or Stara, but to me, Brandy was the best collab she could have ever gotten. I'm glad Brandy did decide to take her up on that. Because some icons and big singers, when somebody asks them to be on the record, they don't want to do background, they want a verse. But I was glad that Brandy was happy to do that. Now me, myself, and I wanted Brandy to have a verse. Maybe she'll do a remix of Insomnia and give Brandy a verse. But I did think Brandy should have had at least a second verse or something. But she only did background vocals, but that was good too. And after that, I said Candy Paint. I know Candy Paint was an up-tempo type of dance song. I said Grip was another trap rap R&B song. I don't know why. At first I didn't like Grip, but I guess because when she kept saying Kung Fu Grip, and then I remember that. And like I said on Twitter, you gotta be of a certain age to know about the GI Joe doll and the little controversy that was behind that GI Joe doll and stuff like that. So I said you gotta be a person of a certain age and a certain thing. And then somebody was saying on Twitter, yeah, after they did research, yeah, she put in a 1970 doll, GI doll. I said, yeah, that's why I said you have to be of a certain age, a particular age, to know about that. But anyway, and I said Distance was a very beautiful slow ballad. She used the same vocal ability, and she lowered her tone to make it sound real sexy and stuff. And then I said Tantrums. Tantrums was the least favorite song. It was a beautiful song. She started out rapping, then she started singing. And some black people love James Blake's voice. Now there was only one or two YouTubers that were doing actions that kind of said they liked the James Blake, but his voice didn't match with Normani. I said, ooh, I'm so glad, because I thought I was the only one that thought that. I thought people, I thought I was just the only one saying that. But yeah, his voice did not match, even though you could tell that the producer was trying to get him to sing in a lower tone to match. It was just his voice is so big and overpowering that it kind of made the song go off. And somebody said, one of her fans on Twitter, I think one of her fans said that she said in an interview that they had to really kind of go over that song a couple of times, because sometimes they get a recording of a song right off on the first bet. They don't have to do it, but sometimes they had to do two or three things. And so they were saying that Normani said in the interview that they really had to kind of go over and do that song. And now that I hear the song over, I mean, even though I've heard the song 3 times, I still have the same opinion. That's the least favorite. It's one of those type of songs where I can either take it or leave it. And when I hear his voice, he kind of reminds me of that man that be on the Twilight Zone. This is the Twilight Zone. His voice is so heavy and stuff, and it was like, yeah, because at first I was saying, what I'm listening, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I know Normani got on her Instagram and said she really liked Tantrums. That's one of her favorite songs and stuff like that. And so a lot of people say that that guy's in James Blake's into his R&B bag. I've never heard of James Blake. Maybe after this video I'll go do a little research. But anyway, and then I said 12 was Little Secrets, and I said that was another type of confident girl type independent song, kind of braggadocious. When she said, let me upstage somebody, let me upstage a beat. And I was saying, yeah, because people think Normani had talent, and from the lyrics, I guess her ex had got him a new girlfriend, and I guess she can, how it is when you're in a relationship and you end the relationship, and you meet them again, they with a new girl, and then a new girl try to come at you a certain way. So that's what some of the lyrics were saying. But I always like the Little Secrets. Now Wild Side, I could take the one with Cardi B a little bit, but when I listen to that Wild Side, if I feel like listening to that Wild Side, I will. Or I do Wild Side like Tantrums. I like Tantrums. I can take it or leave it, but I like the extended version of Wild Side on YouTube. So when I listen to Wild Side, I get the extended version without all that cussing and stuff. But anyway, I was glad that some of my friends came out, that work in the industry. Kalina came out and told Normani she's happy for her. This is her first album. Don't think too much about it. She got a long career coming. Then Donna Jane came out. Also, Ali said the record was fired. I'll put that in there. And also Leanne Pinnock from what you call, she got on a rocket, and then she also said that her and her other member Jade Trotwell said the thing was fire and they liked it. Jade said she liked it Big Boy. Leanne said she liked it I think it was Lights On or something like that. And then Camila Cabello gonna try to come on Twitter and talk about, it's your hardest day. And I'm looking at that girl, JoJo just said that Friday. Also, Kalina, I said, you just regurgitating what they're saying. And at first, Normani didn't respond, but then I think yesterday or the other day she responded and said, oh, thank you, Camila. You're going to get your chance. And I'm looking at, now, Camila, you just trying to do that, you and your team, because y'all realized that Normani was popping, her album was popping on Friday. It was doing better than what people thought. And stuff like that, and it was just like you're just trying to, like I said on Twitter, she was just trying to, as far as following the other girls, she did that as a way, I guess, to try to appease Normani and get on Normani's good terms in case they have a reunion, because people has been asking Normani if they're gonna have a Fifth Harmony reunion, like Ali said, and Normani said in one interview. And she said, well, now I'm working on my own individual stuff. She said, but if we do something, it'll probably be like an anniversary thing. And I know they already had an anniversary thing for one of their albums. And I think they're also supposed to be coming up an anniversary for 7/27. So, like she said, it'll be like something like an anniversary thing. But it's like you could tell that that stuff was happening and stuff like that. But I was so glad that, and like she said in her little listening part, she said she was just so happy for her ride or die fans, and that's what she was doing her album, but for her ride or die fans that really believed in her. And like she said in one interview, she didn't want to be genreless. Some people come they wanted her to do more pop. She said she didn't want to be that. She wanted to dap into every little genre that she liked, and I don't blame the money. And so I'm glad she did that. And then she said that she thanked her fans. She said, she was saying, oh Lord Jesus, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you to my fans. Thank you. She had a little letter out to her fans. I put that in the video and stuff like that. This is really, like I said, a really, really great, solid album. I really like the album. My favorite songs off the album is Insomnia, 159, Lights On, Take Your Time, Still, and Big Boy, and Little Secrets. So it's like 7 songs that I like out of 13. Really, I like the whole album. If you miscount Tantrums, I like 12 songs really out of 13. But I just gave you my 7 favorites. But I do like the other songs too. And like I said, I really do like this album. That's all I have for this video. This is Abe Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.